Hello, tubers. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are, and welcome to Cooper's Thai Adventures. So this is our second live stream, and we're eager to get this show on the road. But first off, I'd like to start by the people that have bought me a coffee uh, today, and that's by Mr. James Washington. He's in Texas, and he's a super guy. He's looking to retire out to Jomtien later on this year, and he's been very nice, and he's bought me a coffee. Next, moving on to the super chat, I got a super chat just a little while ago from Mr. David Ford for $5. Thank you, Mr. David Ford. Very much appreciated, brother. Big respect. Thank you. And let's get on with today's shows. Who we got online? We got Mr. Brooke Schneider. He's a good friend of mine, and you've probably seen him on some of the videos. He says, "What's up? What's up, Mr. Schneider? Welcome to the show. Finally got on here." Tuig, Tuigp, Tuig. Evening, Cooper and Darlene. How did you two meet? We're going to be doing videos on our private lives, and I'll be explaining that a little bit later. So thank you for your comments there, sir. And moving on, Roger Walker. Good evening, Cooper. It's morning here. Well, sir, it's 9 o'clock here at night in the Philippines. What time's it there, Roger? Bravo 29 says, "Good day, Cooper. I pray all is well." Well, yeah, it is well. I did have a heck of a day yesterday. I spent a lot of it in the police station. I sold my car here in the Philippines. I rented one, and I was going out to SNR earlier in the week. It was raining very hard. Somebody let go one of their trolleys. It went back into the car, broke the indicator lens on the back. So I was taking it out to get it fixed. And on the way to get it fixed, I turned into a side road where the mechanic shop was. And just as I complete my turn, motorbike comes around the corner real fast, wasn't looking, tail ends the back of the car, even more damage. So everybody was okay. Thankfully, I had to go to the police station, and I videoed everything. But that's another story that I'll get into at another time. But yeah, everybody's okay. So far today, no mishaps. Tully Madden says 11 p.m. in Melbourne. Yes, Tully. Darlene and I got your email today, and thank you so much for reaching out to us. It's very appreciated. Glad you can join us, and we're here to help. Brooke Schneider says, "Jomtien in the house." Yes. Mike Baker, good morning from Ottawa, Canada. Good morning, Mike. How you doing? Did you finally get a chance to reach out to Brooke? I know you want to speak to him as you're both from Canada there. Roger Walker, 8:03 a.m. in Alabama. Wow. Early riser on a Saturday morning, Roger. You must be retired, brother, just like me. Mike Baker, 9 a.m. in the morning. Okay, so we got all different time zones coming through here. Good morning, Mike. Moving on. Bobby, 57, says, "Hi, Cooper." Herlin, I think you mean Darlene. And Bob is in the house. Welcome, welcome. Oh, hi, Cooper. Herlene and Bob. Yes, your wife. My bad. Darlene and Herlene, very, very similar spelling there. So moving on to next. Bravo 29 says, "Busy day, Hodge." It was yesterday. I spent half of it in the police station. So let's see what happens. I had insurance. The motorbike doesn't. I don't know what's going to happen with this. I got to go back on Monday. They're going to try and find some footage of some CCTV cameras and find out exactly what happened. Charles in North Kakalaki. What's up, Coop? All good, Charles. How you doing, brother? I hope everything's good with you. Brooke Schneider, Stanford, Ontario. Stanford, Ontario. That means boondocks to me. Matt Chappelle, greetings from Michigan. Matt, hello, Matt. How's the weather over in Michigan this time of year? Hopefully it's a-okay. So moving on to what I said that we were going to talk about. What we're thinking about doing for our subscribers is we have a what's the term called, Darlene? A member, oh, members only section. That's it. And we already had one person join it, which is Mr. James Washington. And what we're going to do is we're going to get that set up. We're going to be making some members only videos on there. So there you go. It just popped up, Mr. James Washington. He's got a blue star next to his name now because he's become a member. So if you want to become a member, you need to click on the join button there that you see there on your mobile devices. And you can click on the join. I think it's also on your TV there. If you go to my channel, it gives you the option there to join. You can join. It's a small fee. It's under $2 a month, and you'll be able to see some extra content that we don't put on our normal channel. We'll be going into our private lives a little bit there. We'll show you some behind the scenes footage, our daily routines, what we get up to. And if we get 100 people on there, I will make a special live stream and discuss on a weekly basis. We'll make it personal and open to all topics on there that I can't talk about freely on YouTube. So moving on, Matt Chappelle, hot and super humid like the Philippines. Yeah, it's not hot and humid here. I wish it was. I really miss it. It's been raining every day for the last week nonstop. And it's just going crazy here with the rain. Mike Baker, hello, Stratford from Ottawa. So that is a reference to Brooke. He's shouting out to him. And what else we got? Let's get the questions started, fellas and ladies. If there's anything that you want to know that I can help inform you on, we've had some. I got a question today in regards to a TV box, and can you get them out here? It was in an email from Australia, and by a woman called Liz, who just messaged earlier, by the way. And she was asking us about a TV box that you can get in Thailand. Is there one available? Yes, there is. We've looked into it. I got a QR code, and I'll be getting that set up probably in the next week myself, and then I'll make a vlog about it and explain the process. But you could buy it, and you can also rent it. I think they have the app on there called IPTV. If any of you have heard of it, it's pretty good. It allows you to watch stations from all over the world, including America, Europe, England, Australia, Canada, and it's something I'm gonna get set up. Brooke Schneider, when are you coming over, Mike? I think you need another Canadian. You feel lonely. You're the only one in Jomtien. I know. Okay. So let's get the questions rolling, and we'll start this show off. We're going to stay on here. Probably we'll see if we get a good bunch of people on here. We'll probably stay on here for an hour, maybe a little bit over that. If we get a good bunch of people on here, how many people we got on here right now? Let's have a look. We have got 25 people in here right now, so that's great. I'm going to start it off with a topic that I saw on Sunshine Shoulders earlier this week, and it makes a lot of sense, And what it's about is relationships. And should you date a woman that's single with children? Well, to me, I did. I dated Darlene. She had 2 children when I met her, and I'll tell you what. It was fantastic. It keeps me young. It keeps me active. The kids are fantastic, and it's like being a grandfather all over again. So would you do it? Let me know in the comments. What do you think? Date a single woman that's got kids, or a single woman with no kids? Okay, moving on. Rag Jam Rock. Morning from Florida. Are the rains worse in Thailand or the Philippines? Thailand. Sorry. I gotta say it, Ram Jam Rock. In Thailand you get typhoons, and in the Philippines you get in Philippines you get typhoons. In Thailand you get monsoons. So yeah, Apples and oranges, wave it up. Which one's the better option for you? I'd rather have the rain than the typhoons because I know the rains ain't going to blow my house down, but the typhoons might. Mike Baker says, at Brooke Schneider, just waiting for total knee replacement in the fall, so probably in early spring to live permanently in Ao Nang. Ao Nang, that's a new one on me. I never heard of it. Where's Ao Nang, Mike Baker? Whereabouts is it in Thailand? That's a new one on me. Rhea. Hello, Rhea from Kuwait. Hello, Coops and Dar, watching from Kuwait. Miss you guys. Stay safe and healthy always. Thank you so much, Rhea and Gerald. Rhea and Gerald were our best friends in Kuwait. We watched each other's backs. Darlene and Rhea became best friends, and Gerald and I became best friends as well. Gerald's looking to hang up his boots and retire soon, probably in the next few months. And I'll really be happy if he gets a chance on his way before he goes back to the States to stop over and say hello. To BP says, buy a dash cam when you buy your new car. Films front and back on the road. 75% of cars in UK have them. You're absolutely right, sir. And the new truck that we're buying in Thailand, it comes with a dash cam in it, front and back. The car I rented, unfortunately, did not. I videoed the accident. I showed the police that I wasn't at fault. This guy rear-ended me, but they didn't even want to see the footage. Philippines police, I'm a foreigner, so foreigners are normally wrong. So I'll probably have to pay for his motorbike and the damage to the car, even though he hit me. That's life. That's what you're going to get used to as an expat. Retiring over here. Blues Traveler, Pennywise is here. Here is my question. Knowing what you know now, what would you have done differently when moving to Thailand? What would I have done differently? That's a very good question. In hindsight, I wish I picked the condo that we lived in right now rather than the one we stayed in for a month while we were searching for a place, because the one we stayed in for a month, it was really not up to par. Not up to par. I got Darlene laughing in my ear. She's over here, and she's my editing manager, so she's popping up all the questions, and so she's telling me who's next and everything else, and talking to me in my ear here. So Bravo 29, I did. She had one, and I had one. Still married, 26 years later in the States, a godsend. So there we are. We're talking about children. He did. Bravo 29. He met a woman, and she's got a child, and he's got a child, and they're happy together. And he says it's a godsend. Take it from us. If you're single and you're looking to retire over to Thailand, don't let that stand in your way. Because I'll tell you what, in my honest opinion, a woman with children against a single woman that, both single, of course, a single woman that doesn't have children is a godsend, because I'll tell you what, they're going to appreciate you that much better, because they know that it's harder for them to find a good man, especially if they've got baggage. And I don't mean that in a derogatory way. I mean baggages and children in a positive way. And because a lot of guys out there don't want children once they get to retirement age, and it's harder for them to find somebody to settle down with. So when she does find that good guy, believe me, she's going to love you extra special from her heart for taking the step out there to be with her. So that's my advice to you. If you want to settle down with a good woman, consider a woman with children. And even if the children are growing up in, high school or college, don't let that be a burden or a hindrance to you, because in my experience, they're all great. They're all great. Keep the comments coming. Got to drink my diabetic coffee. Keep the lips moving. Okay, so what we got going on this week? I am flying back to Thailand on Tuesday. Today's Saturday night, so I've got 2 more full days in the Philippines, Sunday and Monday, and I am flying back on 7:30 from Manila to Bangkok, and I'll be arriving about 10 o'clock at night Thai time. And then I'll be home in Jomtien about midnight. Then I got to get up early Wednesday morning. I've got to go to the bank and get a cashier's check because I have to go to Toyota to pick up the new pickup truck. So I'm going to be filming all that on Wednesday and showing you all the process. I got people asking me on here about buying a car, buying a motorbike. What's the process out there? I'm going to make sure that all of you see that on Wednesday. So go ahead and watch Wednesdays. I hope it's going to be an interesting one. Bad Brad says, good to catch you live. Hello, Darlene and Cooper. Really enjoying your channel. Brad from Dallas. Thumbs you folks. I think he's telling everybody to hit a thumbs up from what I get from that Bad Brad. If you haven't hit the thumbs up, go ahead and hit it. It helps the YouTube algorithm, boosts my channel that little bit so more people can watch it, such good folks as yourself. And that's a great thing. I think the more people that we have, the better it's going to be, and we're going to have a good group of people out here. So hello, Brad. Brooke Schneider, knowing what I know now, I would have brought sweet relish. Can't find it here. Well, I got 2 jars in my fridge here in the Philippines, and you ain't getting none. Joke. I'll pick you some up and bring it back with me. Paul Sargent, hi guys. How many hours does it take for you and Darlene to put together and upload a vlog? Wow, that's a very good question. So anyways, how long does it take? It takes literally half the day, to be honest with you. I'll film a video. Sometimes I'll film a video that goes on for 45 minutes, even up to an hour. And then I've got to cut that down to 20 minutes or less, because we find on our channel that if we put up a video that's 45 minutes long, most of our subscribers, including you guys there, aren't going to watch it and get bored after a while. So there's a lot of editing, there's a lot of cutting, what will we keep in, what we don't keep in, and things like that. Then Darlene's got to do all her fancy work, get all the pictures and the banners and everything put in there. And it takes quite a lot of time. We'll spend 6 hours on a vlog daily, and we're getting on average between $4 and $7 from YouTube. So it really isn't a lot of money. And it takes up a lot of time. And then I get the questions and the emails. I'm up by 6 o'clock in the morning. I probably go to bed about midnight. So I'm getting 6 hours sleep. It's a full-time job, but you know what? I absolutely love it, and I wouldn't trade it for anything else in the world, because I'm meeting great people like you at the end of the day. So Brian P says, hi all, sorry a little bit late to the party, but enjoying reading the comments. Welcome to the party, Brian. Great that you're here. Let me hear some of your questions. If you got anything on your mind that you've been thinking about. I know you got a Filipino woman and you're in the Philippines. How about your views? Why do you want to leave the Philippines and move to Thailand? Brooke Schneider says, laughing out loud. Yeah, that was a good one there, buddy. Got you, didn't I? So back to the t-shirt topic. What we're thinking of doing is making a Cooper Thai Adventure t-shirt. We're thinking about what sort of logo we want to put on there. And what we're going to do with that is we're going to have that available for our subscribers, and we're not going to add any extra costs on there. We're not going to make any money out of it. It's just we're going to get with a vendor that can make them. And if you want to buy them, you can buy them at cost through us, and we'll make the order with the vendor. Everything's up and up on there. You know, we're not looking to make any money out of you on that. And it'll be a great talking point if you're wearing one of the t-shirts and you bump into somebody in Patty or Jomtien and they happen to be a subscriber. Well, hell, they're going to come up and say hello to you. Hey, you know, I subscribe to Cooper's Thai Adventures as well. And there you go. You just met somebody else that you didn't know 5 minutes ago. So we're thinking of doing something like that. Let us know what you think. You think it's a good idea? You think, nah, not for me. You know, let us know. Also, the goal of our channel is to bring like-minded people together. That's all we really want to do. We want decent people. We want respectful people. We don't care what color you are, what race you are, what gender you are. You know, it doesn't matter whether you're man, woman, lesbian, gay, LGBTQT. It doesn't matter. We welcome everybody. And we just want to, you know, get like-minded people together, because when you go to a country and you're retiring there, you're not going to know anybody unless you got friends that already live there. We're trying to help that with that process, and you're going to meet great people that are already there. We've already got 6 people in our condominium, and we've got 16 people that have already secured their deposits because they're going to be moving in later this year. I do have an update for Jeeb on that. She messaged me today to say that there's no rooms left available at that price. So she made a deal with me. I've logged the condominium. She set aside a certain amount of condominiums that she promised that she would give them the same price as we got. That price is no longer available. All those rooms are now taken. So we're going to have 20 new people living in our complex. If you still want to look into it and live there, you're welcome to contact G, but it won't be at the super low price that we got. That was a one-time deal only. And it was the first 20 people that came, got a place. But it is a beautiful place. The normal price, I'm not sure what it is. I think it's a little bit, I know it's a little bit higher than what we're paying, but it's not too much higher. It's not going to break the bank. I mean, we're paying around about $300 a month, and I think the normal price is $400 a month. So it's an extra, 30%. So if you're interested in it, you can still contact Jeep. They do have other units, but it was only those 20 that she could give that special price to. So moving on, Blues Traveler says, so on from your budget retirement video, I commented on the many people asked the wrong question. The question should be, what is the lifestyle you want? Plan, save, execute. Agree with it 100%, sir. It's about lifestyle. What sort of lifestyle do you want? Brooke put it best when he said to me, is it a need or is it a want? Because if it's a need, do it. If it's a want, you don't need it. Live a good life, but on a modest budget. Save your pennies for a rainy day. You don't know what emergencies around the corner. What happens if one of your relatives becomes ill and you got to take an emergency flight home? It's better to have that savings in a bank. You also don't know what's going to happen medically around the corner. Save your pennies, folks. That's all I can say. I'm living well below my budget. Yeah, I can live in a place and pay 3 times more than what I'm paying now, and I could afford it. But I don't want to do that. I want to save my money so we can do some travel videos for you all and help you explore Thailand. So thank you, Mr. Blues Traveler. Moving on. Brian P says, hi, Cooper. I'm back in UK now to sort out a few things. I'll be back to Philippines later this year to bring my Filipina to Thailand to show her the differences between the 2 countries. Yeah, Brian, she's really going to love it. Get her to reach out to Darlene. You can email us at coopersthaiadventures@gmail.com and get her to send her Facebook details or whatever. Darlene will reach out to her. And at least she's got a fellow Filipina that she can talk to. Also, there's Brooke that's on this chat. His fiance is Jackie, and she's also from the Philippines. So there's already 2 here, and there's a lot more coming that people have told me about in the comments and also in the emails. Mike Baker, hit the thumbs up, gang. Yes, please. We've got 35 people watching. 35 people watching. So thank you so much for that, Mr. Mike Baker. Let me get another drink. Diabetic coffee at its finest. Mike Baker says, don't leave broke in a house. Live life outside of it. Absolutely. Couldn't agree more, sir. Couldn't agree more. Wise words from a wise man. Mike Baker, you're planning on coming out to Thailand? I'd sure like to meet you. You think a lot like I do. Okay, moving on. Next question. Mark Schaefer. I've heard you talk about all of the available condos there and new ones being built all the time and being so inexpensive. Do you think that's going to get overcrowded there? No. To me, Patia is getting overcrowded. Hang on, let me just boost this seat up here. So my face isn't below the banner here. To me, Patia can get overcrowded, especially in the high season. Jomtien is more built for the retirees, such as ourselves, and it's a more laid-back lifestyle. They are building condominiums all over the place, and it's great. The young bucks that want to party, they go to Patia. The people that want to retire and enjoy life and laid back, they go to Jomtien. But no, Jomtien is not overcrowded, and we love it there. Moving on, next question. Bravo29 says, I know you're researching healthcare insurance information for your subscribers. Can you speak to government hospitals versus private in both Thailand and the Philippines? Yeah, that's a very, very good question, sir. The best hospital in Thailand is Bangkok Hospital, in my opinion. It beats them all hands down. It's got all the latest equipment. Even though we did go to Jomtien Hospital for our medical, we also went to I got my wife talking in my ear. She she said we always go to Bangkok Hospital. She's absolutely right. We do. And Bangkok Hospital is just so modern, so beautiful, so nice. We had to go in there, get our ears checked before we went scuba diving, make sure that we didn't have any blockages in there. And it was fantastic there. So to me, Jomtien is a very good hospital. Bangkok beats it and is the best hospital. It's like Bupa in the States. When I say Bangkok Hospital, it doesn't mean it's in Bangkok. That's the name of the chain, the Bangkok hospitals. And they are fantastic. The one best hospital in the Philippines is called St. Luke's. I've been there several times. I'm a diabetic, so I've been there several times. And it's used by the rich and famous. And thank God they take Cigna, because I wouldn't have been able to afford it otherwise if the rich and famous is going there. So I hope that answers your question, sir. Yeah, and if you're going to a government hospital in the Philippines, it takes all day. We've been there in the morning and had to wait 6 hours just to see the doctor. It's not enjoyable. Whereas and we've done it nighttime too. Darlene's right, saying in my ear, we've been there at 8 o'clock at night, and there's still 50 people waiting to see the doctor. So not a very good experience. But I hope that answers your question, sir. In Thailand, we didn't have any of those problems. We were in and out very quickly. Brian Barber says, hi, Mr. Radio Presenter Cooper and your manager, Darlene. Hey, you remember that from last live stream, don't you, sir? The manager says hello in my ear. Okay. So your face looks fresh. Did you have your touch-up Botox treatment? Keep well. Cheers from Durban, South Africa. Honey, can you stop laughing in my ear now, please? No. I just had a shower and freshened up before I came on here. That's all it is. Moving on to the next comment. Thanks you, Brian. Brooke Schneider, I think that seat is shrinking. Yes, it is. I got to tighten the handle here. I think it's a little loose underneath. So if I move around or shift in my chair, the air in it just gradually goes down. I got to pump it up. Paul Sargent, as channel grows, how will you balance daily life with YouTubing? Question mark. For most, it's their job. I know you don't do it for the income. It could become all to time consuming. Yeah, it could be. Yeah, but it doesn't matter to us. We're going to keep doing this for many years to come. And as long as people keep watching our channel, I'll keep producing the videos. At the end of the day, I don't care if I only got 100 subscribers. I'll keep making the videos because I enjoy it. If I get up to 100,000 subscribers, that's not going to stop me from doing the live streams. I know there's vloggers out there that don't do live streams at all. And, they got over 50,000 subscribers. Me, I'm still going to do it because I believe in giving back to the community that gives to you. And that's where my head is, and that's where my heart is. So thank you for that comment, Paul Sargent. Mike Baker, I hear you like diving. Would living in Ao Nang be a good getaway to economically snorkeling and diving? I have no idea, Mike. I've never been to Ao Nang. I don't even know where it is. I'd have to Google it and look on a map to see where it is. But babe, take a note of that place. See if it's somewhere we want to go scuba diving. Okay. Okay. So, yeah, I'll go into a little bit here why I started this YouTube channel and my motive behind it, because I think it's overdue. And I've had comments there saying, you know, Cooper, we'd like the interviews that you did with Jason and the interview that you did with Brooke. Maybe you can get Darlene to do an interview on you, and that's something that we're gonna make happen. But a little bit into why I made this channel happen is I'd watched other YouTubers, and the people that I watched out there, they were sort of sugarcoating everything, not telling you the truth. Brooke and I both know from experience. We followed a YouTuber out to the Philippines, and it was a huge mistake on both parts. And, you know, I really didn't want to do that. I'd met Calvin from Sunshine Shoulders, who's a fantastic YouTuber. He tells it like it is. He and I became very good friends. I did 5 live streams with him on his channel as a guest on his panel, and we had a great time doing it. And the reason I started this channel is because I wanted to give back to the community. When I was in the Army and we left Afghanistan, we had a good group of us, and we had our own website, but since been closed down. It was, you know, I really enjoyed that, helping people, and I missed it. So what better way to do it than start a YouTube channel? So that's how I started out, and that's why I started the channel. I made a lot of mistakes in my life. I wanted to share that experience so you all don't make the same mistakes I did, and it's just my way to give back to the community. So that's the honest reason, no hidden agenda there. Bravo 29, that's what I'm hearing too. A long time to wait. Thanks, Coop. You're absolutely welcome. You're absolutely welcome. The hospitals in the Philippines, there is a very long wait at the government hospitals. The hospitals I've been to in Thailand, I've not been to a government hospital in Thailand, but I have been to Jomtien Hospital and Bangkok Hospital, and they've both been fantastic with virtually in and out there. Mike Baker, no Botox, Coop. You're handsome just the way you are. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Mike. I'm not gay. I'm straight. Okay, my wife can vouch for that. I'm not saying you are, but no. Yeah. Thanks for the comment. We'll see. I'm gonna go there and check it out, and even if I don't do it, I'll still vlog about the place and the prices, so you guys can make up your mind if it's something you want to do. Sharon from LA, welcome to the show, Sharon. We've spoken to you many times. Darlene is really looking forward to you coming out because you're going to be her new workout partner in the gym. So she says, good morning at 6:30 a.m. here on the west coast of Canada. And just woke up. Glad I caught part of this. Oh, sorry, Sharon. I was thinking of Marsha. Sorry about that. But yeah, welcome to the show, Sharon, LA. 6:30 in the morning. Glad you could join us. Here, have a coffee with me, man. Brian P says, at Mike Baker, Ao Nang will put you close to many good snorkeling places. Many island hopping trips leave from there. Okay. Well, that's a, yeah. Well, we'd like to go to Similan Islands. We want to go out there scuba diving with the sharks. I've done it many times in the Black Sea and the Red Sea, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. I did it in Egypt on the Sharm el Sheikh, enjoyed it there too. I did it in a catamaran off the coast of Cuba on a liveaboard boat for a week. That was absolutely fantastic. That was almost 30 years ago, and I loved it. I swam with a blue whale, and that sucker was huge, really huge. I've never seen anything that size in all my life. But Darlene's never done any of this. She's just got her advanced certificate. And I'm going to take her to scuba dive with the sharks, get her over her fear, because really sharks are not dangerous. I've swam scuba dive with thousands of sharks, tiger sharks, bull sharks, black tip, white tip. The only ones I haven't done is Mako and Great White, and I'm not doing that. So moving on to the next one. Phil T, evening Cooper, Darlene, and all the crowd here. A little late coming in, but made it. Hey, thanks, Phil. Thank you so much for your support and your comments. Phil is a subscriber. He lives in Jomtien, and a really nice guy. Always gives positive feedback on every video, and we really appreciate his comments. And we're really looking forward to meeting up with him sometime in August. So reach out to us, Phil, on our email, cooperstieadventures@gmail.com. Give me your Thai cell phone number or WhatsApp, and we'll make sure that happens, brother. Mike Baker at Brian P, thank you. Okay, what was the comment on that? Regarding Ao Nang. Okay. Michael Bernardino says, hi, Mike. It's 0530 here in Alaska. Are there pet-friendly condos and hotels in Jomtien? Okay, pet-friendly. Very good question. A lot of them will allow small pets, or small cat or a small dog or birds or something like that. And a lot of them won't. The place that we're staying in Jomtien at Dusagram Part 2, we know that they allow small dogs there, because it was brought up in a conversation that I was part of, and they said yes, that's allowed. So moving on to the next question. Mike Baker at Sharon, LA. Good morning from Ottawa to fellow Canadians. Good morning to both of you. Brooke Schneider says, in Canada, I would have to make an appointment way in advance to see a doctor or wait hours in an ER. Excuse me. In Pattaya, I was checked in front of the ear doctor in less than 15 minutes. Visit plus meds total was $35 US. Exactly. It is so cheap. I got the hiccups. And you can't really beat the Thai prices for medical. It is just fantastic. As Brooke knows, we both went to see the ear doctor together. All four of us, Brooke, his partner, and Darlene and I, we were in and out of there, all of us within 15 minutes, and he saw all four of us. Fantastic. Mike Baker at Michael Bernardino. Good morning. Nice and early for you. Yes, 6:30 in the morning. Yeah, I know it's early. Sharon, LA says Ao Nang is in Krabi. Yes, that's where I was talking to Darlene about scuba diving. I didn't know it was near Krabi. My second favorite place in Thailand. It's where you get the boat to Railway Beach. Yes, Krabi is a fisherman's island. If those of you that have never heard of it, it's a fisherman's island. You're not going to find any hotels on Krabi, but it is a good place and a beautiful island to go around. You do a boat trip out there. Bravo 29 says, thanks for that info at Brooke Schneider. There you go, Brooke. You made a new friend. Bravo 29. So, what do we think of the T-shirt idea? What do we think about making a members only part of our channel, so people can ask questions that they're afraid to ask on YouTube, and whether it's members only, you don't get all the people in there bugging and making bad comments or harassing the other subscribers to the channel. What do you think? Let me know. It's a way to get rid of trolls on there, because they ain't gonna want to pay $1.90 a month to watch any of our videos. So it's a good way to get rid of them anyways. When they come on the channel, Darlene and I, we find them and we delete them quick, because all they do is they like harassing YouTubers. Their goal is to try and take down as many YouTube channels as they can, and it's really a pain in the neck. The big YouTubers out there, I know quite a few of them, they tell me it's a daily thing. They're deleting 20 to 50 people a day on there, and they're just trolls or bots trying to make a hard time for YouTubers. So moving on, Charles in North Kakalaki says, an idea for your consideration. Could you or Darlene teach us a few Thai words or phrases that have been useful to you? I think it would be helpful for those planning to travel or live there. Sure. Not a problem. I lived in Udon Thani for 6 years. My ex-wife was Thai before I met Darlene, and so yeah, I know quite a few Thai words, and I know quite a few Isan words. What what are the Isan words? Isan is a dialect between Thailand and Laos, and they call it Isan, and that's what they speak up there. So it's a quite a funny dialect up there that they say. One thing I can teach you is very easy. If you don't like spicy food, say my pet. Okay, just like my space pet, my pet. That's how you pronounce it. In Thai, it means no spicy. That's it. Real easy. My pet is something that you won't forget about. My pet dog, my pet cat, my pet bird, whatever. My pet gerbil. It's very easy to remember. My pet to if you don't want spicy food, or if you only wanted a little spicy, you say nidnoi pet. Nidnoi means little bit spicy. In other words, not too much. If you like it very spicy, I hope you guys are making notes out there. You can say pet, which means spicy. Mak mak means very much in Thai. So that's enough for your first day of Thai lessons. I will include some in future videos for you. I don't want to confuse too many of you. So moving on, Paul Jargent says Krabi is mainland Cooper, Ao Nang closest coastal resort. What was the fisherman island name that I'm thinking of then, babe? You're right, Paul. I got it wrong. We were talking about it just this week, but we forgot we've been doing so many things. For some reason, I got it confused with Krabi, but it's another island that I was thinking of. So, well done, Paul. Thanks for keeping me honest, brother. Tuik P says, "What beer do you drink in Thailand with your diabetes, if any, mate? As I'm going to be over there for 6 months soon." I really don't like drinking beer with diabetes. I will have the one beer or maximum two, but beer's got sugar in it, so it's a no-no for me. And I do have what I call with my diabetes a cheat day once a week on a Sunday. I will have a cheat meal or a cheat or cheat drink or something. I won't make it the whole day, just one item. Um, and because I'm keeping my sugar well on target. And what I've got is I've got this diabetic sensor here, and I'll just roll up my sleeve here, and you'll see here right there by the tattoo, you'll see the sensor there. And that's how I check my sugar levels. So if I turn this on here, you can see it there, and I just touch it to it. You hear the beep, and it tells you my sugar levels because I've just eaten, and it's now at 143, which for me is good because it's leveled out at 143. And as long as it doesn't go over to 150, I'm happy, but I try and keep it in that blue line as much as possible there. So I wait till my sugar goes right down to the bottom of the blue line, and then I have my meals, and that's how I keep track of it. But for me, if I'm going to drink, I'll just have a whiskey, and I'll put Coke Zero in there, and that's what I enjoy. But for beer, I'm not a beer drinker. So moving on, Brian P says, one of the reasons for me not retiring to Asia before was the free and available healthcare service in the UK. That has deteriorated badly now with the long waiting list for treatment. For those of you don't know, my mother is British, my father's American. I was born in Lakenheath Air Force Base in Lakenheath, England, part of Norfolk. And so I have dual citizenship. I have an American passport. I have a British one. And I know the NHS used to be a fantastic thing. It stands for National Health Service. And in England, it's free, but it's not really free because you're paying for it out of your taxes. But you don't have to pay anything at the hospital. So yeah, it used to be fantastic, but with all the immigrants that have gone in there, the legal immigrants, they're going over by the boatful daily. No government can stop it. They've had Labor governments try, conservative governments try. everyone that's running for Prime Minister of England says, "Hey, we're gonna stop these illegals." None of them do, and it's really ruining the economy because England is such a small island. It really is, and the waiting lists and waiting lists and waiting lists for the hospitals is phenomenal now. So I do feel for you, brother. Sorry about that, Brian. Blues Traveler says, question around investing. You made mention on it is a previous video. Are you using a Thai broker house or retaining a US one? If it is Thai, is there an issue with earning money in Thailand? No, it's not Thai. I use interactive brokers in New York, in the States, and it's interest. It's not a earnings that I get on my money, and you can earn interest in any bank in the world. So it doesn't matter. And then as for the money, you know, I can transfer it anytime I want to my Thai bank. It's not a earning, and besides, I'm retired. So the only thing that could be classified as earning is any money that I make on YouTube. And the Thai law right now is YouTubers are fine for doing what they're doing, even though it's a gray area or whether it's considered work or not. This new government might be looking into it, might not. There's a lawyer in Bangkok that makes videos on YouTube. He says that there's a possibility they may. If they do, that's fine. I have no problem with get a Thai tax card and pay my way in Thailand. It's really not a problem for me. And I'll just get an amendment on my retirement visa with a work permit as well. You can do that as well. So you can do part-time work, which they consider YouTube part-time work. So moving on, Michael Bernardino says, thanks for the info. You're more than welcome, Michael. And thank you for reaching out and writing to me. I enjoy reading your comments. And hopefully my advice is helpful to you. Brooke Schneider says, at Blues Traveler, I'll be leery of a Thai brokerage when I know the Western brokerages are safe. Yeah, the Western brokerages are insured. So, you know, your money is going to be safe up to $250,000. You're insured. I'm not excuse me, hiccups coming back. Let me have another drink. I assure you, it's just coffee. Okay, just coffee in there. So there's no alcohol. I'm not entirely sure whether the what the insurance is on the Thai banks or brokerage out there. I've never done any research into it, but I use what I trust and what I know, and so does Brooke, and that's USA. So there you go there, Blues Traveler. Moving on, Tinker Babe in Canada. Hello, Tinker Babe in Canada. Good morning to you. You're East or West Coast? And what's the time out there? I know someone here mentioned earlier that it's 6:30 in the morning on their side. So welcome to the channel. I've never seen you in the comments, so you must be new or you've been silent. But thank you so much for joining us today. Paul Sargent says, taking me 10 minutes to type a post as my keyboard and laptop aren't knackered. You made me cough with. Oh, I just dropped my earbuds. There goes my wife. So knackered is a British word that means it doesn't work. Okay, I'm not going to say any more for the exact translation, but that's the loose translation of what it means for YouTube policy. Okay, 2 says, be interested in your daily diet for your diabetes. Sorry to keep happing on, bro. You're absolutely right. And that's another great reason for me retiring in Thailand from the Philippines is the heat, the humidity out there. I'm sweating, I'm enjoying it. It's like being at the gym all day long. And when you're a diabetic, of course, how does your sugar levels come out? It comes out in your urine and your sweat. I'm losing weight, which is fantastic. I've lost 6 kilos since I've been there. I was 100 kilos when I got there. I've weighed myself just yesterday. I'm at 94. So I've lost 6 kilos. I'm loving it. I'd like to get down below 90 kilos, and my sugar levels are dropping with my weight. It's fantastic. I think that is a surefire way to beat type 2 diabetes, lose weight, and your sugar levels go back to normal. So that's the big plan. But thank you to P. You're absolutely right, and that is That is what I want to do. Blues Traveler says, thanks. I was thinking it was more day trading. Yes, Brooke, I will be retaining my own. I have accounts in Canada and Australia. Good, good. Split it up, diversify it. Fantastic way of doing it, brother. I couldn't agree with you more. And Brooke knows he's really good at it, and he knows the stocks, and he's taught me quite a lot. So if it wasn't for him, I don't know where I'd be, but he's a really good man and very intelligent in that area. P says, appreciate your comments. Hey, you're more than welcome, brother, and keep them coming. Keep the comments coming. I love the insight. I love the comments. We got 38 people watching now. That's great. It's the same as what we had last week. So we're not going down. We're staying the same, which is absolutely excellent. Who would you like me to shout out to? Darlene says in my ear, I need to give a shout out. Who do I need to give a shout out to, babe? Oh, she says, thank you for your 36 viewers that come on. She's not on the camera. She's actually in Thailand while I'm here in the Philippines. She's backstage sorting out all the comments, bringing the banners up, and she's the moderator on the channel. But when I get back to Thailand on next Saturday's live stream, guess what? She's going to be sat right beside. She's going to be sat right beside me, and she's going to be on camera answering questions too. So she's 50% part of this YouTube. So she needs to do her fair share. Matt Chappelle says, have you considered keto diet? Not sure. What is keto diet? It's a meat diet, Darlene says. Okay. That was something I'll consider looking into. I've completely changed my life, Matt. I've cut sugar out 100%. I'm only eating one meal a day now. I don't eat breakfast. I don't eat dinner. What I do is I just have a big lunch, and I might have a snack around 5 o'clock, but I cut my time off at 6. I don't eat anything after 6. So I'm fasting for at least 15 hours every day, and the weight's just piling off me. It's great. And when I'm in Thailand, Darlene and I and Brooke and Jackie, we walk the beach every night for 30 minutes in Jomtien. And it's great. It's a great way to stay healthy, a great retirement. So moving on to the next question. Mark Schaefer says, I've been following the Philippine vloggers and started watching you since you were on one of their vlogs. I don't know much about Thailand. When coming there, do you fly into Bangkok or elsewhere? Bangkok. And the name of the airport is pronounced Suvarnabhumi, but it's spelled completely different. And it's spelled Suvarnabhumi, but the Thais pronounce it Suvarnabhumi. And that is the international airport in Bangkok. The old international airport was called Don Muang, and it still does international flights, but mainly domestic. The only international flight I know that it does out of there is to the neighboring Asian places. Brooke Schneider says at Blues Traveler, I'd also highly recommend getting a Wise debit card set up prior to leaving home. It works great until you get a Thai bank account. Yes, because one of the reasons behind Wise, and I recommend it as well, is you're going to get very close from your currency to the Thai baht currency. It's going to be nigh on top of it. The only downside is you're still going to have to pay that 220 baht when you use the ATM, if you use it to take out cash. But other than that, it's fantastic until you can get your Thai bank account. Yes, I agree. Blues Traveler says, where will be the next Thai locations you are going to? Chiang Mai, Rai, Hua Hin, I like it, but I like a sunset, not a sunrise. Okay, so yeah, I like sunsets too. They tend to be very beautiful, especially if you're out on the coast and the sun sets on the water. We see that every night when we're out there walking on Jomtien Beach. It's a fantastic. You get the orange skies and you see the sun just sink into the ocean. It's fantastic and beautiful. I agree with you 100% there. As for where we're going to be going on our next adventures, Not sure. We've been talking to Brooke. When I get the pickup truck, the plan is to take a trip up to the mountains in Thailand, and we'll see how it goes. See if we can make it happen sometime soon. Vandy Travels Nomad says, Van Lifer in Delaware, USA, considering part-timing it in Thailand. Can the condo there do month-to-month contracts? Appreciate your channel. Yes, they can. And we've stayed in several that do. But from what I found, that most of the condos, and I'm going to say probably high 80s or low 90%, will not rent it out for less than a month. You may find some Airbnbs that do, but a lot of condo buildings we went to, and Brooke will vouch for this, we went to over 30 of them. There was a lot of signs there saying no short time stays, one minimum stay 1 month. So, and we even saw some that said minimum 2 months, 3 months, all the way up to 6 months. So, yes, there are ones that do the 1 month, and there are quite a lot of them. So you won't have a problem on that. From Delaware, USA. Matt Chappelle says, low carbs, no sugar. Yes, sounds like you are making the necessary changes. Excellent. Yes, I eat a lot of eggs. Eggs are very healthy for you. I love my eggs. And so I like them poached. I like them boiled. And it's fantastic. Blues Traveler says, thanks, Brooke. Yes, I have one. In Thailand, I have just been using Citibank. Yeah, so Wise Card, great way. Citibank, great bank. I use Citibank for many years. They're a great bank. I use Wells Fargo's. I have my USAA account, which in Thailand, if you use that, or credit union account, or any one of the military branch banks accounts, you use that in the ATM, they give you back every month your ATM fees if you're charged for it. So those are great bank accounts. Mark Schaefer says, how far are you from Bangkok? Okay, Jomtien to Bangkok. There's a tollway that goes from Jomtien and Pattaya all the way to Bangkok. From the south side by Don Mueang Airport, it's about an hour. If you're going to go to the north side where Jomtien Airport is, you're looking at an hour and a half, 2 hours, depending on what time of day and traffic, of course. So, yes, to Bangkok Airport, honey. She questioned me in my ear. I know what I'm talking about. So, thank you, Mr. Mark Schaefer. I hope that answers your question. Next comment, please, honey. Blues Traveler says, no ATM fees, but I will admit arms are few. Arms are few. Gone over my head, that one. So Blues Traveler says, thanks everyone. I have heading off. Have a great week. You too, sir. Thank you for joining us on the channel. We really appreciate you having you all on there. If you haven't hit the thumbs up yet, go ahead and hit the thumbs up. It's great to have you on there. It boosts our channel. If you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. It doesn't cost you a penny. I know it says subscribe, and it drives me nuts. And I keep saying to myself, YouTube, why are you using the word subscribe, Mr. Subscribe means ching ching in my world, and probably everybody else's too. Why don't you just change the banner from subscribe to show me more? You know, it'd be so easy for them to do. If Twitter can change their logo from a bird to an X, I'm sure YouTube can change it from a subscribe to show me more. It would just be so much easier, and it would alleviate a lot of the confusion. A lot of people don't even know how to do the subscribe, especially if you're viewing from a TV. If you don't know how to do it, get your kids or your grandkids to show you. They'll do it for you. All it to do is it'll just pop up and say, hey, Cooper's Thai Adventures got a new video. Would you like to watch it? And it shows up on there. It doesn't actually say that, but it shows up on there so you can watch it. So we'll stay on here for just a couple more minutes. If there's any last minute questions that come on, I'm more than happy to answer them. Throat's getting a bit dry though. But okay. Okay, it'll pop up here in a second. There it is. Michael Bernardino. Hi, Darlene. Are you also on retirement visa or education visa? Michael, she is on a education visa because the tourist visa is not transferable inside Thailand to a spousal part of the retirement visa. Tourist visa for me, I can get my retirement visa out there, no problem. But I have to add my wife as a dependent, and to change from a tourist visa to a dependent, you can't do it. There's a process you got to go through. You got to get a other visa first that is transferable, or we can fly to Philippines and do it that way. But then there's a lot of red tape involved, so we'd rather do it inside Thailand. And so she's got a tourist visa, and she changed that into a student visa and education visa. So she's got to have that for a few months. And then after she's had it for a few months, that is transferable on to a spousal retirement visa as a dependent. So I hope that answers your question there. Leonard Ganther says, Cooper's speculation, you and your, I think it means appreciate there. You and your channel. Thanks for your, you skipped it, babe. Thanks for your sage advice. See you soon. Leonard, be great to see you. Not sure. Are you James Washington? I keep on getting the names crossed up because I got subscribers here with weird names, but when they send me emails, I get their proper names, so it's a little confusing for me to try and remember everybody. Brian P. says, I found short-term rentals for a week quite easy to find in Philippines, but you definitely need to rent for at least a month to get a good rate of up to 50% less than daily or weekly rate. You're absolutely right there, Brian P. And what Brooke and I did is we were going to pay 6 months in advance for the place that we rented now, just at Grand Park 2. And we got them down from 15,000 to 12,000, paying 6 months in advance. We wanted a year's contract with them. And Miss Jeep called us up, I think it was the day before or the day that we were going to move in, and said, hey, I can make a special deal for you. If you can pay a year in advance, I'll drop it all the way down to 10 for you. And we were like, no brainer, do it. Because it was cheap and it worked like $3,000 for the year. Excuse me, I still got the hiccups. So yeah, we did it that way. But cash is king in Thailand. Cash is king. And that's the way to do it, Brian. If you got cash, save up enough for a year's amount of rent, say like $3,000. Come out here, you're going to get a heck of a bargain. And my advice to you is, if you can come out here in the low season, which is after April, all the way through to October, I would say, because November and December the prices start going back up for the high season. Get that contract that's going to last you throughout the whole high season, in the low season, and you're going to get a very good price for it, because in the high season, they like to raise the prices for when the tourists come. But you're not a tourist, you're going to be a retiree or a half-time retiree, so that's the way to do it. Bad Brad says, what are your thoughts on living in Udon? Good question, Brad. I did like Udon. I did like the Isan people up there. They're absolutely lovely people. The only thing I didn't like was there wasn't enough expats for me up there. And there's no beach. It's landlocked. But they did have a couple of great lakes, and I've been swimming in a few of them. But for me, Darden and I like the beaches. We like the sea. We like scuba diving, jet skiing, all that sort of stuff in the water. We both love it, and Udon just didn't have that for me. But I did stay there for 6 years, and I enjoyed it while I was there. I just it's not as modern, shall I say, as Pattaya and Jomtien, and there's not a lot of condos out there. There are some condo developments that they have there, but they're very few and far between compared to Pattaya, Hua Hin, Jomtien, and the likes in Phuket. So if that's somewhere you're considering, you will enjoy it. It's a nice place, but you're going to struggle there to find people that speak English. In the retirement communities, it's a lot easier to get around. Even though you got the apps now that do the translation for you, actually finding somebody that speaks English is very hard up in that area. But good luck to you, Brad, if that's somewhere that you want to go. I'm sure you're going to enjoy it. Get a good translator app. Paul Sargent, when you and Darlene get the vehicle, will you be exploring the eastern coastline? Many good places between Jomtien and Track. Yes, we do want to do the coastline. We've spoken about it in length, and it's something that I want to do. We did the motorbike ride. If you haven't seen the video, we did over 700 kilometers. We from south part of Thailand there by Koh Samui, all the way up the coast, and then all the way around and down from Bangkok to Jomtien. And we did it in 2 days. It was a heck of a travel, and our butts were pretty sore on the motorbike, but we thoroughly enjoyed it. Brian P says, thanks, Cooper, for all the useful info and enjoyable videos. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. You too, Brian. Thank you for coming on here, sir. It is so much appreciated to get everybody on here and get talking to you personally. Leonard Ganther says, I emailed you and you called me back promptly. Appreciate you. Plan to come in December. Yeah, our book is open, sir. Anybody that wants to get in touch with us can email us at cooperstieadventures@gmail.com. Reach out to us. Send me your number. If you're in the States, it's not a problem for me. I got a Magic Jack app on my cell phone. I can call a stateside number. Just let me know when a good time to call you is. And sure, I enjoy helping people out, and that's what we're here for. Bravo29 says, great info. Thanks, Coop. Gotta go. Peace. Okay, brother, you take it easy and stay in touch. We're looking forward to meeting you soon. And we got to wrap this up. Actually, we're at an hour and 8 minutes. So thank you all so much for coming out for live stream number 2. And live stream number 3 is going to be with Darlene and I, and we're going to think of a good subject to talk about. And stay tuned for that. That's going to be at the same time every Saturday at 8 p.m. Thailand, same time, your time, in your respective countries. Thank you so much for coming out here. Thank you so much for your comments. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for your thumbs up. We really appreciate it. We don't take our subscribers for granted, and it really means the world to us. We just want to make it easy for all of you that want to retire or come out and visit Thailand, that you're going to meet like-minded people like you, and you're going to make some friends. It's nothing worse going to a place that you don't know, you've never been, and you don't know anybody there. This channel here is just to make it easier for you and show you the things that you're interested in. We're going to be making videos on hospitals, restaurants, medical insurance, dentists, acupuncture, cosmetic surgery. We're going to include it all in there and give you the real nitty gritty of what's going on there, boots on the ground sort of information that you're not going to find in a lot of other places, but we're going to keep it real and be honest. And that's what our show is all about. So thank you all so much. Sharon LA says, thanks for the info. You're very welcome, ma'am. And thank you for coming on here and joining us. Paul Sargent says, have a great rest of the weekend, guys. You too, Paul. Thank you so much for coming on here. Michael Bernardino says, thanks, Darlene and Cooper. There you go, honey. You got a thanks from Michael there. Okay, she says, thank you, Michael. Mr. Kitty 839, always a gentleman. Have a great weekend. You too, Mr. Kitty. And thank you for coming on here and watching the show. James Washington, you're the man. You came out here late, but thank you so much, brother. James here has been fantastic. He's bought me a coffee. He's become a private member of the channel. I was just saying earlier, James, we're going to be making some videos, so don't think you're alone there. We're going to be making some private member videos where you're going to see behind the scenes, see a bit more of our private life, and hopefully we'll get around to doing some live streams on there. We can get enough people on there so we can talk about subjects that we can't talk about on YouTube because they would demonetize me. So Tuli Modern says, thanks, Darlene and Cooper. Gray show. Yeah, I got gray there and it's showing. I think you mean great show, but yeah, I agree with you. The gray's there too. Charles in North Kakalaki says, great job, Cooper and Darlene. Cheers. Hey, thank you, Charles. Much appreciated, brother. Hope you're coming out to Thailand soon. It'd be great to meet you. I thoroughly enjoy reading your comments. Brooke Schneider is blowing me a kiss with a party hat. Should I be worried about that? 2P says, take care to you both. Safe flight back to Thailand. Thank you very much, sir. Flying back on Tuesday. So it's not far away now, a little under 72 hours, and I'll be on that plane and flying back to Thailand. Thank you all for coming on here. God bless you all. We thoroughly appreciate it. Wherever you are, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Take care, and God bless. Bye for now.